Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
Welcome to the Outer Realm with Michelle DeRoche and Amelia Pisano. Airing live on the United Public Radio Network.
It was nice to see Amelia back last.
105.3 FM in New Orleans.
Are you ready to explore the unknown? Dive into the world of the strange, mysterious, and unexplained with Eerie Expeditions magazine. Each issue is packed with spine-tingling tales, cutting-edge paranormal investigations, and exclusive insights into hauntings, cryptids, UFOs, and more. Whether you're a seasoned investigator or just love a good ghost story, Eerie Expeditions magazine has something for you. Join our growing community of truth seekers and adventure lovers. Subscribe today at EerieExpeditionsMagazine.com and unlock the secrets of the supernatural. Are you ready? That's EerieExpeditionsMagazine.com.
Welcome to Paratruth.
Welcome to Negotiating Happiness, the show that helps you find happiness, success, and balance in your work and life. I'm Adriana Fiestra, your host for this journey into entrepreneurship and personal growth. We're broadcasting live on 107.7 and 105.3 FM in New Orleans as part of the United Public Radio Network. We explore the latest strategies, insights, and stories from successful entrepreneurs and experts. From managing stress to building a thriving business, we've got you covered.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's start this conversation. Start this conversation. We got no relation.
Hey guys, welcome to the author's Quill. Hope everyone's having a great afternoon today, or a great evening, great morning, whatever time it happens to be, wherever you happen to be on this big, beautiful blue planet. You know, I mean, as far as I know, we cross every time zone on the planet, almost every show on the network, so it's interesting. You know, for my Aussies, hey, you know, I know it's Happy Sunday over there. Y'all are Oh, it's Sunday. We're, chilling out, relaxing, probably just getting your lazy asses out of bed. Oh, and for my friends in the UK, I mean, come on, it's barely 10 o'clock, man. I mean, y'all are just getting where it's Saturday night, 10 o'clock. Well, I can only imagine what's going on in London right now. I mean, come on, it's what is it, Paris, maybe an hour later or something. But anyway, welcome everyone to the Author's Quill. I see John up there. He's that guy's sweet. He's so cute, isn't he? I mean, I just want to grab his cheek sometimes. What's it? Clara said you look like a chipmunk, man. Ooh. Oh, you mean like the original chipmunks? Clara Reese. Clara Reese is an author out of New York City. Yes, she's been a regular listener for a while now. No, he's married, so just get over yourself. just don't even. Oh man, Roddy, am I saying that right, man? Or
that's right, Roddy.
Like the wrestler, man. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I'm still hyped up from last night. We do news on Friday nights for 4 hours, no less. It kind of warps your brain. It takes a couple of hours to get it out of your brain and stuff.
But so, Roddy Taylor is the winner this year for Illustrators of the Future, the second quarter, right?
I'm not sure it was first or second. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think it was first, actually, but yeah.
It was one of them damn quarters.
Yeah, this is the 3 pieces of art. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, this is one of them. This looks like it's Star Wars. And then here's fantasy.
Oh, you can see that one behind me.
Oh, okay, that's what's behind you. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can see it.
And then
let me put y'all on oversized for everybody. Hold on a second.
This is what, Jack and the Beanstalk or something?
Yeah, it's a Celtic god actually, like Irish god.
Well, there we go. So, congratulations on being a winner.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, congrats. So, I mean, how many times did it take you to win? 1, 5, 100? You never know.
I submitted twice.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
Yeah. So,
how long have you been creating art?
Well, since I was 5. I think that's usually what artists say anyway, though. But like professionally or like taking it really seriously is what I want to do for a living. About 4 or 5 years now. So.
Oh, good. Yeah, we just got back from Dragon Con.
Oh yeah.
Week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and we had about 20 illustrators over the past years that were there. Mm-hmm. Several have their own booths now. Several are winners from Volume 41 that all came. It was great. We had a really good time, and so next year you'll receive an open invitation there to come as a professional now to Dragon Con,
nice.
And yeah, it's way cool. So you'll either be at our booth or you'll be. Because they have their own jury that decides who goes inside the art show versus will be on our booth. But anyway, whichever one, if you're able to make it to Atlanta, you'll be able to be there and with a pro badge and be on a panel and all kinds of cool stuff. So do you prefer creating fantasy art or because there's one here with, like I said, that looks like it's a Star Wars fan art. That looks more, that's science fiction.
Yeah, it's not quite Star Wars fan art, but it's interesting you say that because I was studying Ralph McQuarrie. He's the concept artist for Star Wars when I made that piece. So it's not directly from Star Wars. It's my own invention, but it's using some of his themes, which is...
Yeah, this is the theme there. So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Show them again while I got you on solo.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Rod.
That's all right.
So that's the one we were just talking about right now. So that's Star Wars themed, but it's not the same thing, but it's...
Yeah, it's not from Star Wars directly, but I was studying the artists who did all the concept art for
if I'd have had something, I would have thought more of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's a mix between fantasy and sci-fi, which is kind of
because remember the elephant scene is kind of
yeah, for sure.
You said this is Celtic?
Yeah, this and the other one are both from Irish mythology, ancient Irish gods and goddesses. A lot of my work is based on mythology.
Yeah. So the guy with the or what is that? Is that
the spear? It's a bronze spear. Yeah, he's a god Lu. He's a god of skill and craft, and in his stories, he's also a great warrior. Do
you have 3 heads, or is that the head turning?
That's a bit of my interpretation of him having 3 heads. There's some ancient statues that maybe him that have 3 heads, so I kind of put that on him. But yeah, it's 3 heads.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I guess 3 heads are better than 1, eh?
Fine.
Okay, and then this is when you said it's up on your wall behind you, but this
Yeah, that's also an Irish goddess. Her name is Boann. She's a goddess of she kind of created the Milky Way by bursting forth this well of knowledge. A really cool story.
and then what's in that tub or that bowl?
Yeah, it's like a well of healing. There's some old folk climbing in, supposedly to get healed, I suppose. I left it a little open.
Well, where's that one? I'll take a bath.
Right. I wish I had that in my backyard with her too. Yeah.
It's right outside of St. Augustine, Florida. Yeah. Somewhere in the swamp.
So, how'd you get yourself up to speed as an artist? Are you self-taught? Did you go to school? Is it a combo or?
Yeah, I'm 100% self-taught. I've taken some sort of loose online courses and stuff. My mother was an artist, so I have some background from the beginning. So yeah, I'm self-taught.
Okay.
A lot of YouTube videos, a lot of like practice, and just kind of a lot of books, tons of art books.
It's getting more and more that way. We've had more and more winners who are self-taught, who just did it and they just worked up the ranks and practice and practice and practice and watch videos and doing this and watching videos and then doing that. And
yep.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part with that is getting good feedback, feeling comfortable, finding people to get feedback for your work and grow. You can get stuck in a little loop, not knowing what to do next. So.
Well, that's one thing now that you've by whatever good graces or good luck or good whatever, when you come out here to Hollywood, you're going to have like the best of the best that's going to be there, reviewing your portfolio, seeing what it is, commenting on stuff. It was interesting. We had Brianda Petch, who was just at Dragon Con, and I went to go because I was getting with Dan Dos Santos, one of our judges, and there he was there. She had her phone out showing all of her art, and he was doing critiquing of her, of her portfolio there, she was like, that was so cool getting that. And that's one of the things that you're going to have those types of relationships that you can be able to build now with the established professionals.
Yep. Yeah. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some great artists there, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So what were you looking at going? You said you want to make it as a career, but that spans a lot of different potential opportunities.
Yeah. For me, there's it's been a process of finding that idea. There's an early stage where I kind of thought I might want to do like concept art, creature design kind of stuff. I've moved more into the direct illustration. I actually write some of my own, and I'm interested in eventually writing my own books that I illustrate for myself. So they're all mine. That's actually my ultimate goal, but I don't mind doing work for other people too.
Yeah, we had Brittany Jackson. She was a grand prize winner in volume 24. She became a judge 7-8 years ago, and she published her own book that she illustrated last year. She's got 3 New York Times bestsellers now. She's such a nice person, very hardworking, self-taught, and created her own style. I don't know if you've tracked her at all, B. Jackson, but she's.
I'll look her up afterwards. Or I guess I can do now, but.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's really, really good. But we got a lot of great artists there that have done well.
Yeah, you're gonna learn a lot. I'll tell you that much, man. Jeez.
I'm excited.
Are you in touch with any of your fellow winners yet, or any of our judges?
I haven't been. No.
Or past winners?
No, I know a few people who submitted.
Yeah.
Some of my artist friends. Yeah.
How'd you find out about the contest?
My wife found it. She was looking for opportunities and she just brought it up to me. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good wife.
She's pretty good at that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So then what do you do right now to keep that chair and the desk and the laptop in front of you without being outside and plugging into the nearest light?
Sorry, what's the question?
So what's your regular job? What do you do to make your money?
Yeah. I am not right now. I was a teacher for a little more than 10 years, and me and my wife were both teachers, and managed to save up enough that I'm not right now. So I'm able to work basically full time on studying and practicing.
Wow. And
Yeah.
she continues teaching?
She's actually got a separate job now too. We both kind of left the teaching profession. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes, they wanted to keep their sanity. That's why.
A little bit. Yeah. I did love it. I loved teaching, but it was exhausting. So
yeah.
I don't know how many people do it 20 and 30 years.
Right.
Some kind of weird torture. They must be repenting from another
both my
life.
parents were teachers. Yeah. So yeah.
I thought about it one time and I was like, nope. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
You just had to recall what he was like as a kid and realize, no, thank you.
What do you mean? I went to Catholic and private schools. I went to schools with structure, and they were not. You didn't play around there. Man, none whoop out a paddle and whoop you in the head before you knew what was going on. They were just like wait, no, I didn't say whack. Okay, you win. No, I'm not arguing anymore. Yeah, it's back in the good old days of corporal punishment. What can I tell you? It's in private school, they kept you engaged enough that you didn't want to get in trouble. Only time I got in trouble was when I was in public school, and then I was bored mainly. So yeah, so you just started at 5. You said, okay, I'm going to be an artist. Let me do this, and just started drawing. Because I asked because until just recently I was a contractor, so I retired. And there's been, how can I say this politely? There's been many homes and apartments I've gone in to remodel because their 5 and 6 and 7-year-old kid who's going to be a future artist took their crayons and basically did from the 3 foot down across the entire home.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man. It's sometimes it's really weird to see it because you're looking at it going, well, this kid actually knows this kid had something in its head when it was doing this. And then you're thinking how much the parents are going to pay because Crayola doesn't come off of sheetrock real easy. You got to kind of skim over it. It's kind of crazy. But I have seen it a lot of times. That's why I asked you, because it's, many times over the years. And I've been lucky. I couldn't draw a stick man to save my life, but on my wife's side of the family, they're very talented. They're all very good artists. I've always tried to get in my middle daughter. She went to art school, but she found something she enjoyed more. So I was like, sometimes you get in the field that you really, really like. I've got all kind of degrees, and I ended up being a contractor. Good friend of mine just the other day asked me that. He goes, I don't understand how you ended up being a contractor. I don't understand it, man. I said, I really, really liked it, and the money was really, really good. So, hey, part of it, if you like doing something and you can make money at it, come on.
That's the dream, right?
Ask for? Yeah. And what else can you ask for? You get bombed and stuff like that. So, are you looking forward to coming out to LA?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Now watch, these people are mean, man.
I've been to LA before. Yeah. I actually spent my high school years in San Diego. So.
Oh man, San Diego is great. What are you talking about? San Diego's great. I went to boot camp in San Diego. It's I like San Diego. I actually like LA. I like giving LA a hard time, but I've been to LA 22, 23, maybe 24 times over the years. And with John and them, it was 6 or 7 in the last few years. It's plus with Prometheus. Oh God, just in the last 7 years, about 12, 14 times with Prometheus and all. So I don't know. It's like any city. You hear horror stories. Apparently, I stay in the places where it's not bad parts of town, I guess. Even though we go roaming around and wandering around, it just, it's like any city. If you're in a big city, you should always be aware about what's going on around you.
And plan for traffic.
Yeah. And, well, you know what's nice about LA? While I'm there, I always lose about 10 or 12 pounds from there because I walk everywhere. It's most of the places I want to go within walking a mile or two of where we're at. So I can walk everywhere. Lots of places to eat right around there, so it's kind of nice. You got a mall if you get bored or something. Of course, you're not going to get bored because you ain't going to have any time.
Yeah, I think I'll be busy.
You'll be happy to see the bed at night. Trust me. You'll be like, well, because Well, no, I'm just saying. People,
I know what you're just saying.
John and I will bug you about doing interviews. There'll be other stuff going on, other press and stuff going on. And then, of course, there's the whole, all the artists you're going to be talking with and hanging with and meeting. And they're all, most of the audience are, introverts anyway. So they'll all get to know each other and they'll hang out immediately with each other. And then you've got, they got bar con or lobby con, whatever you want to call it, in the evening, so you can go around meeting whoever you want to meet. Any. And by the way, so you know this, all the instructors want to talk to you. That's what they're there for. So look,
Yep.
and I'm
Well,
honest
I'm there
about
for
this.
it, so.
If you feel like, if you get bashful all of a sudden and you're somebody you want to talk to and you see me, just tap me on the shoulder. I'll introduce you. I know I know most of them pretty well now. So they're all good people, and you know what, they like to talk just like I do. So and they like
Heaven forbid. I'm knocking on wood on both sides of me right now.
So but I mean, it's you ask them a question and they'll give you an informed answer.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And what's so great about the judges is you're not going to get a cookie cutter response. So
right.
You might be talking to Tom or Echo or Dan or somebody, or any number of them, and their opinion on some things might be slightly different than the others, or even sometimes drastically different, which is really nice. So you get to see things which really, your own personal style and who you are. So, you'll get to see which one of those approaches fits you best. That's one of the best things I like about this. It works the same for the authors too. I mean, because I'll sit there and listen to authors sometimes and they're not agreeing with each other. I'm like, wait, guys, y'all supposed to be agreeing with? Nah,
there's more than one
that's
path.
not happening.
Yeah.
That's not
Yep.
happening.
That's the main thing you're gonna get to. There's definitely more than one path, and it's like, and so you can get it, and you can actually mold your own type thing. What are you most looking forward to coming out here in April?
Honestly, what Joe was just speaking about, just getting to meet all these artists and hear what they have to say, and that sounds amazing. I've run into a few other places where I've had an opportunity to talk to professional artists about my work, but it's usually short. It's usually a real quick conversation, and then you're done, and you might follow up, but this will be a chance to really sit down and
it's never short there, because they'll get together and they'll all of a sudden you'll see like 1, then 2, then 5, and there'll be 2 or 3 of the judges, 8 or 9 people, and it goes until everybody gets tired or they know they got something earlier to do and it just keeps going. And then sometimes it just rotates out different judges and different people, because I'll just sometimes sit there and get a drink and listen, because a lot of that I can't publish anyway. So I'll just sit there and enjoy the conversation. I learned a lot about a lot of people, but it's very interesting. And like I said, none of them are bashful. They all want to talk. They all want to help y'all out. They want to see you become famous, just like we wanted to. I mean, I want to see you out there. You're on the red carpet and say, "Hey, man, what's up, baby? What's up?" That's right.
Yeah.
So, it's what it is.
Yeah, is your wife going to be coming out for the gala?
We haven't solidified that plan yet, but that hope is, I have a son
Probably
too.
like, hell no.
How old is your son?
He's 6. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
so
probably
he'll be
saying-
there. He'll be running around screaming and yelling, "I'm bored. Where can we go? When's it gonna be over? Why is Daddy not? What's He's
Maybe
at that age."
Yeah. He'll be just wanting to drag me off the stage to play.
Yeah, which is cool. That's what they want to do.
Yep. That is
so, have you heard about have you watched any of the past events on YouTube or anything like that?
Yeah, I've seen some. I haven't watched any of them all the way through. It's they're a little long to sit through the whole time when I don't know the context. I don't know the people as well. But yeah, I've watched a lot of them.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool because it's referred to, or it's been hailed as the Oscars of science fiction and fantasy. It's the only awards event where it's black tie, and you're going to have 20 to 30 media there to interview you, and
lots of media,
and the celebrities there to help present the awards, and the obviously the judges presenting awards. So it's a real special night, that people will like, wow. And it's also because of the nature of it. It provides for you that little clip of your acceptance speech that gives you then the ability to make an amazing introduction to others looking for your type of art, because that's one thing that's really important. It's like there's so many artists out there trying to get their voice heard above the din of everybody else. So one of the things that makes Writers and Illustrators of the Future so special is that it accomplishes that.
Yeah.
And so you'll have that. And then just like you're doing right now, there's about 4 million people listening to you right now. So it's a really big show. It's a very popular show, the Author's Quill. So they're going to find out like, okay, so Roddy Taylor will get near the end of your hour, like how do people reach you and find out about you? But like,
Sure.
That's how they're going to find out about, you and your art and check out your page. Where do you have your art located?
I post all my art on Instagram. That's my main source of posting new work. I also have a website, roddytaylorart.com, and you can find me.
And the Instagram is
Roddy_Taylor_art. So it's all kind of unified.
There's a comment. I've done a comment. Yeah. You can type in the comment, the chat comment.
The private chat or the comment chat?
No, put in a comment chat. That would go out to all the venues that are on here automatically. And then I'll copy it and I'll put it through the other venues.
Let me connect to this real quick.
Yeah, take your time, man.
Yeah.
It's
Joe and I have been interviewing people on this. I mean, when I first started inviting him out to Los Angeles and he started interviewing everybody, it was just. He
got a lot of interviews too now.
Yeah, a lot of interviews, but it's a learning curve for him on art and illustration, and so his understanding
I was thinking about
changed a lot.
I was thinking about opening up a school down here. What are you talking about? And I still couldn't write or to draw or save my own happy what. But man, I have learned a lot.
Yeah.
It's I was talking with I was doing a lecture at Tooele University on politics actually. And they always ask me about writers of the future. And the guy said, well, have you learned anything? I said, yeah, probably no more than your damn professor does about being an author. And he's like, really? The professor starts yab. I said, no. Let me explain how they do it. And he's like, and then the teacher's like, holy God, that's a much better idea. I'm thinking to myself. And then the student asked again. I said, no, it's not my idea. I said, I can't remember which teacher I heard it from, but it was one of them. I said, and that's when I told them that they don't always agree and stuff, but it always comes up. Even when I'm out doing lectures on UFOs and stuff, it comes up. Somebody always feels a need to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was both the illustrator and the writer workshops are built around the L. Ron Hubbard essays that he wrote in the 30s and 40s. He wrote stuff on art, illustration, storytelling, and so that's the basic structure that everything's built around.
Yeah.
And it's it's amazing because some of the basics, the thing that like Brittany Jackson, I've had her on, and she was like 15, 16 years ago, or maybe even longer, that she won. So the thing that she remembers the most, that was most impinging on her, was the essay that she read from Hubbard, where he said that art is the quality of communication, because you get so caught up on technique and all these different things, and they won't finish their art, but like, it's you're communicating, same with whatever you're doing, especially with illustration, you're communicating, so whether it's a story or some concept, or you're the joy of being a father, whatever you're communicating, you're doing it with illustration. You got the facial expressions, and you've got the joy or the sadness or whatever's out there, and looking at your.
When I come back next time, I'm only going to have one kid. I got 17 this time around, but I'm only going to have.
You don't have 17 kids.
And if you count on my radio show, Jose, I've got like 57 kids. Man.
I couldn't connect right away.
Joe comes back, he's going to be like this.
It's I'm telling you, children are sent by God to abuse their parents. I know what it's all about, man.
I couldn't connect to the private the group chat.
I
okay, great, you got it out there.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna send the other one in just a second. The second one, it's and oh wait, look, I found something on Instagram. What did I get here? Oh man, see, let me tell you, it's scrolling through here. They see this one right here. Let me just jump on this. Oh, it's not good. Because I'm not signed in. I'm always signed in to Instagram. What that bleep? Oh no, that's on my phone. Never mind. I'm on. Anyway, stop. Get off of the picture. Go over there. Stop. So anyway, this picture in the middle, for some reason, it's not gonna let me blow it up. This, I was thinking of this. I seen this as a see down here where they love these things in these like charcoal pastels. Anything that's kind of like a watercolor or something, because I live in the Gulf Coast is where I live. And I said something like this, that you could take it and then actually kind of do it over. I guarantee you get all kind of big money for it. They're just weird about that. They're weird about that and oils. And it doesn't matter what it is. You would think it would have to be like a picture of the sea or some seashells, or I don't know. anything to do with the happy-go-lucky beach and the coast. But no, it's something to do with the type of colors they're using. Those light, chalky kind of colors. Sells really big for some reason. And then down in the city in French Quarter in New Orleans, you can sit down there and sketch people's faces, starting at around $500 up for an afternoon's worth of work. And
good practice too.
Yeah, it is. And some of them people go down there and they do oils. I've seen them sell for $2,500, $3,500. And I know enough about artists that I'm thinking oil doesn't. And being a contractor, I know this as well. Oil just doesn't dry real fast. It's so when you're doing it, I don't know how he does these pictures. And they don't like droop, or I don't know. Maybe he's using some special hardener.
I'm not an oil painter.
What do you use? Is it all digital or what?
These are all digital. I do watercolors as well, but they're not usually as complex as this. It's more like for studies and plein air studies. That's usually what I do with my watercolor. So this is digital.
Yeah.
See, I'm looking at this going, damn it. All right, stop with the mouse already. So I'm looking at this one over on the left, and I'm looking at the water, and then I look, I'm like, shit, there's a horse there.
Yeah, I like to kind of hide some stuff in some of mine, a little less clear what that one is, right? Then you find it.
Well, what got my attention was I thought it was like a ghosty or something on the rock right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I seen, is that a hoof? And then I looked and seen the face. I was like, oh, wait a minute now. All right, this unicorn over here reminds me of the ones from DC's universe. The one that ate the people's hearts out, man.
Oh, what's that one?
Yeah. Oh, so it's DC's Legends, DC's Heroes and Legends. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that close to that, but yeah, okay.
It's you'll see. It's anyway. It's kind of funny. What's kind of funny because he's all cute and his sparklies come out of his thing and act like LSD. And then everybody's all laughing, and he just runs up and sticks his thing in and pulls it out and then eats their heart out. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get when you watch DC stuff, people. Oh Lord, it's one of them things. Well, man, you're talented. You got skill. I'm going through here looking.
Yeah, thank you.
He wouldn't be a winner if he didn't have talent.
Maybe you'll get to meet the dragon lady.
Mm-hmm.
April will probably be coming.
Yeah.
April Solomon's a winner a few years ago, I think. And I think
she might.
I think Bob's gonna be coming in too. He's the guy that's all things.
Godzilla. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Godzilla.
Yeah. And then we'll have. Coming to the thing, we'll have Echo Chernik and Lazarus Chernik.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have Bob Eggleton. I was just talking about. I think he's going to come this year. Craig Elliott's he's the guy that did the cover last year. He did this cover, and he does a lot of the art for Disney. And then hopefully I can get Larry Elmore to come out again.
Mm-hmm.
He's an amazing artist. Brian Hales will be there. Brittany Jackson will be there.
Brittany's a lot of fun too.
Yeah. And then we'll
have that Echo girl. She is mean, man.
Joe.
She's mean.
She's not. She's a very nice person.
She will whack you in the back of the head.
Director. She's going to just take such good care of him.
That's why she's
all the other winners.
She'll whack you in the back of the head.
Wow, man.
Echo knows I love her.
And then we'll have Rob Pryor. He's the guy that he has a studio here in Hollywood, and so the last couple of years he's taken the winners to his studio and they work with him. He's an amazing artist. He paints with two hands, and I don't know if you heard of him or not.
I know the name. Yeah, I think I know his work too.
Yeah, he's supposed to be going up to space. He's been training to go up with NASA to space, and he's going to do. I think he's been commissioned to do 23, 24 paintings in space, weightless.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. And then Irvin Rodriguez, he was
work.
What's that?
Space. I wonder how the paint will work in space. Hope
that's the whole thing. Is like
it's a new experience.
Yeah. And then Dan Dos Santos is trying to work out how he comes this year. I spoke to him and his wife at Dragon Con.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tom Wood, he should be coming. So we'll have a good roster of all of our judges there to come and be able to talk with you. It's pretty cool.
Yes, and you never see John. I don't even know where he's there most of the time with him. I'm like, where is this guy? He's like hiding or something. I think he goes and locks himself in his office, people. That's what I think.
He is Joe capital T Montaldo. T stands for trouble.
I'm always very nice and polite, very quiet. Hardly even know I'm there.
That's your hallmark. Is you're quiet and demure.
Nobody even knows. Nobody ever hardly even knows I'm there. All peaceful. But you'll see that everybody likes to congregate together. They get in certain places. Once everybody, the first day is one thing, then the next. But the third day, everybody's got an idea where everybody's hanging out. And one of the hotels is behind the bar. There's a big seated area. So if you don't see anybody, that's where they are. They're all in a big group back there in a mass talking.
Well, probably going back to the Roosevelt this year. Roosevelt really wanted to get our business back. So they were doing a bidding war between the Roosevelt and the Lowe's Hotel. Yeah. But Roosevelt is the hotel.
They're both nice hotels. Yeah. Well, see, Roosevelt's got the mezzanine, but they also got a bigger area downstairs. The only difference is Lowe's leaves theirs open, and I think the Roosevelt closes.
Well, Roosevelt's changing that now because that was our concern. That
that's a plus.
Closed it off, and that was our problem. And they're fixed. Lowe's. I mean, the Roosevelt's an old hotel in Hollywood, but it's like where the original Academy Awards was held, and
it's a nice place.
It's a very nice. They
got little hidden places in it, too, little hidden rooms and stuff.
So you'll have, if that's where you end up, then where we have the illustrator workshop is in a room that's hidden behind a bookshelf.
Yep.
You open the bookshelf and then you walk in there and there's the whole room where you're going to have your workshop.
You have to pull a book to open it.
When these guys,
there's a whole bookshelf full of books, and then you pull one thing and the whole thing opens up.
That's awesome. Because what it looks like a little cubby where there's the books at. You walk up to it and there's just like some shelves with some books and two little seats. And then when you grab the book and you open it, then you walk in, and then the room's behind.
It's the whole stage, and it's the whole.
They got a couple of rooms like that. It's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool. Oh man, you might catch the. They like to do what's that dance? The salsa dance on Thursdays. Man, like isn't learning all this stuff not enough with all these people, man.
I was looking for Joe, and there he was. He was like going to cha-cha with.
Hey man, I'm gonna get John out on the floor this year. No, I'm too old. Stuff like kill me. It's Clever. Where are you, Clever? Where are you at? Oh, you're on Pal Talk. Where are you on Pal Talk? LA. Well, that's where John's at in LA. Yeah, I'm right now. I'm on the Gulf Coast. Yes, I'm in a place called Pas Christian. Yes, don't ask people. Just don't even ask. You're better off not knowing.
So now, Roddy. So you say you're self-taught. So. Yeah. What's because all the people listening to stuff are themselves artists trying to like improve their craft. Yeah. So how did you do it? What was like your curve of how you taught yourself?
I mean, that's a complicated question because it's like you don't know until you start doing it kind of thing. So it's a lot of reaching in different directions, like kind of saying, do I like this? Do I like this? Let's follow this artist and try and learn from them. Let's take this book and try to learn from that, and then kind of refining over time what I want to be working on and what matters to me. That's not always clear at first, and it wasn't for me. I grew up drawing a lot of pictures of dragons and stuff like that. So at first I thought monsters and dragons and creatures, but I found that I was like, well, I want to put people in these things. So I started doing some figure studies and started doing live drawing, and I just found that actually ended up being more the direction I wanted to go. So I ended up having that. It's all just kind of a reach and work and kind of prod and push and grow and figure out which direction works for you.
Yeah. So then how does, like you say, you got YouTube and then there's books and.
Yeah, I've got lots of books.
Lots of books help, man. No doubt about that.
So how does that work? Because I'm trying to ask, I realize it's not, each person has their own path they're going to do, but as a general, formula of what you do. Okay, so I'm trying this, and then you watch the video, or you got a book, or you did both, and just So you did start like with fan art, or like you're emulating artists, or
I didn't do fan art much. I've never have. It was never. I know a lot of artists that I'm friends with that's kind of where they got the start.
Yeah.
I just had these ideas I already had I wanted to do. One of them was like, I'm into paleontology. I have a collection of fossils and stuff, and that was something I was considering for a little while. I was like, I try it, I see how it goes, I like see what I need to learn to get better at it, and I just attack that piece of it. But I think one of the most meaningful, like big scale piece of advice is that, or things that I learned as I grew, was that it's really about absorbing other influences, looking at what matters to you, listening to stories, watching things that matter to you, paying attention to what you care about. Because it's hard to create something that you don't care about. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
for sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why I got into construction.
So what? So you say you do computer generated. So what programs do you use?
I'm almost all Photoshop with a traditional brush and stylus kind of painting. It's really digital painting. I use this pretty straightforward. Pick a color, apply opacity, choose a brush. I used to make my own brushes. I don't as much anymore.
Yeah. So now, like something like this.
Yeah.
Like, to complete something like this, like how many layers does this image have approximately?
At the end, I could. The painting layers is only one, actually, but in the process there's a bunch of sketch layers and overlay layers for trying to figure out how I want the composition to work. I tend to collapse my layers down to a single layer because I find it starts becoming more artificial looking. I want my work to look a little bit more traditional, even though it's digital, and so I choose to do that. I know others that do and some that don't.
Yeah. Because one thing that we've got right now with Illustrators of the Future, just with the advent of AI becoming more and more threat, where we have questions, we'll ask the artist to send us a layered file so we can see that there was a process.
Oh yeah, you can see that in the layers. There'd be a bunch of sketches. I actually have a process video of that particular painting on my Instagram if you want to see it.
Yeah.
I do that occasionally. I don't do it for everything I make, but
yeah,
it is kind of becoming more relevant nowadays.
It is, and it's unfortunate because as soon as we say something in our rules like, okay, no AI art, you're immediately going to have some jerkaholics going to come in and try to game
try to sneak their way in, sure.
And see if they can win, and then they get there, and then you do the exercises and do the workshop, and they can't do anything because all they know how to do is prompts. They don't know how to. Sketch.
I could go on about AI art personally, but I've had that conversation a lot lately.
Comes up a lot.
Find the guys that say, "Oh yeah, it's great." No, it isn't. It isn't.
It's got its uses, but it's not.
I don't mind the idea of it having uses. It just I wouldn't call it art,
right?
Personally, it depends on what you want to do with it. Humans.
That's a good point.
The need for us to create is part of our being. I don't think any of us don't create at some level, and I think AI art doesn't satisfy that. Maybe it does for someone. I don't know.
Well, no, I can see why you say it's not art. I mean, because it's not really creativity. It's just taking pieces of other people's art and turning it into something.
Which, I sometimes you hear the argument that's what I do too, or what other artists do also.
It's a little different.
It's different. I agree. I think there's more of them, more of the person making it in the stuff that I do, for example.
Yeah, it's you can tell the difference. I mean, I do. I've been doing this for a while now. Going over stuff for different police departments on AI, and it's got glitches, it's got weirdnesses, and it's getting better. But still, when you're looking at particular pieces, especially if it's a human in a certain type of walk, or it's a still photo where a person was in let's say a quick walk, it throws everything out of proportion. A lot of times the hands are too long or the fingers are too long. Not. It used to be dramatic. Now it's but you can still tell that's not an artist rendering. That's just a computer did it. And it's like with books. I mean, it can write an ending. It can write a start and an ending, but it's not real good about filling the middle of the book up. It's kind of the same with the pictures.
Yeah, what I say about the AI art that I see, especially the stuff that's claiming to be art, as opposed to just an AI generated image, it often just resolves all of our ideas into one sort of pretty picture, something that kind of simplifies what we find attractive or interesting or whatever into something very empty of anything else. It doesn't have the quirks of a person's ideas in it. The sort of strange decision someone might have made to place something not proportional because it looks better. It doesn't make that choice. It does it on accident if it does, right? So I think that's one of the big differences.
Yeah, this is a book. You'll be getting some essays from it when you come out here. But there's one article called Artistic Presentation where Owen Herbert says, we live in a machine world. The whole yap of television and newspapers is directed toward reducing effort. The primary goal of the civilization in which we live, it seems, is to reduce all personal effort to zero. The less effort someone can confront, the more effective effort they become. So if you reduce a man's effort output to zero, you will collapse. He'll go crazy on you. So like if all you do to create a piece of art is just go, give me an elephant swimming in a river, and it does that, then there's no effort on your part there.
You didn't think anything. Yeah. You didn't have to think anything to make that happen.
The crazier a person is, the less he accomplishes or does. So we live in a world which is oriented to drive mad. But we suffer from a continuous bait. Do it the easy way. Do it in a way that will demand the least effort. We see this in manufacturing, particularly. The easiest way is the cheapest way is the most profitable way. So we get into a do it the easy way. Well, that may apply to making spoons for profit, but it does not apply to presentation. And so he goes on there, that you've got the two different philosophies, to do it the easy way or to do it the right way, no matter what it takes to do that. And so you've got that whole thing there. It's like, he says this is no rant. This is like a 4 or 5 page essay. This is no rant against automation or gadgets or self-sterilizing cat petters. Use all the gadgets you can lay your hands on if they really do work in your hands and don't absorb all your time in earning their price or repairing their faults. No, my thought here is only this. Keep your action level above your gadget level. Keep ahead of automation. Keep ahead of your do it for you. Don't disenfranchise yourself by giving all your work away to a machine, to a fellow worker. If you've got equipment, do one of two things. Use it to increase your production of effects, or B, get rid of it. So he just goes into, it's if you're going to, create art, you need to do it the right way, whatever it's going to take to get the product, and so you look at some of these major movies that are coming out there, and even, I like to use Tom Cruise. If you've looked at any of what he does to make his movies, working with the director, and the amount of work that goes into each scene, it's amazing the amount of work. And so some guys, will they get a stunt man and go out, or stunt double does the different things, and they'll presto changeo. But in that one movie was where he was underwater for like 5.5 minutes. He trained for that, and that was a continuous scene. He actually was underwater doing the whole thing for that time period without any stop, get a breath, stop, get a breath. He did that whole thing, or what he does and stuff. So there's a quality of communication, doing it the right way. And I mean, he's rightfully earned the reputation as the last great, movie star, action hero.
It creates authenticity, right?
Absolutely.
It creates something real. Yeah.
If you're actually in there creating your art and you're doing all these things and you bother to learn, this hand isn't right. And then you go and learn and study hands, and you
learn something new on the way that you might never realize. Because
exactly.
Yeah.
And you keep the relationship with your wife going great. Honey, come in here again. Can I take another picture?
Yeah. Yep.
So it's just important, I think. And that's something that I really appreciate with what the contest has done, is that we're able to validate those types of artists, people that really want to do that and provide that opportunity. And then once they're done, like we're now, so we're September, then we got October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So we're 7 months away from you coming out to Hollywood for a workshop, and you already are on an international show being introduced. It's like, Who does that? Nobody else does that, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of that, I'm going to bring our other guest on in a few minutes. It's that's another thing. When you come back next time, there'll be 4 of y'all at one time. Well, comic books for you. So it's just kind of that way you can start getting familiar with everybody.
Yeah.
It's
it'll make a difference too when you come out to LA because you know
Yeah,
Joe, you know
sure.
me now. At least you've seen us this way.
you
And
need
then
anything, you need
those
to holler at
sunglasses
somebody.
on his head, those actually cover up little horns that'll come off when he actually comes up there in person.
That's just to make sure. Dang, what am I doing here? I'm messing with y'all, forgetting what the hell I'm doing. It's and you're going to find everybody there is super nice. Everybody that work at the hotels, all the people at author services, everybody involved with this is very nice. All the winners, of course, are going to be duly stressed because they're running, nonstop. But everybody's in a good mood. I mean, the first year I met these guys, they did a dual year because they were coming off of COVID.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how they did that. I mean, there was a lot of people running, a lot of logistics, hotels, airplanes, cars picking up. It was insanity is what it was. And they did a great job. And then they pulled off the gala in a fabulous manner. Yeah. They got this it kind of looks like a witch or something that does the gala.
Joe. Joe.
Now she might have some horns, that one, man. Oh Lord.
He's talking about my wife.
Oh no! I was talking about Sarah. I would not.
I'm gonna have her. I got the time when this is. I'm gonna have her look at this and just check this out when she reviews it.
I was talking about Emily. I wasn't talking about Sarah. I mean, I was talking about Sarah, not Emily. Damn it! I just reversed that right around. See, don't get out. Get me in trouble. It's no, but really and truly, they're a great group of people. And I taught all the bartenders how to make iced tea in case you like iced tea. Because I do a lot of travel. I'd never been to a hotel and a bar. When I say I'd like some iced tea, and they were like, "A what? A what?" I'm like, "You don't know what iced tea is, really?" "Oh, we just don't make them. Nobody drinks it." I said, "Really?" I said, "I've been all across the whole entire planet. Everybody drinks iced tea. I mean, other countries, those cities, doesn't matter where you are." So I said, "Let me show you, man." I said, "I'll tell you what." I said, "I'll tip you $100. I'm here for like 7 or 8 days." I said, just keeps it. I said, "You don't have to give it to anybody. Just put it in the damn refrigerator." And I said, "I'll even buy it. Just tell me how much you want for the damn stuff." So I got it. I made him make like 3 batches before he got it right. And then after that, they were selling out of the damn stuff nonstop. I'm like, "Dude, I'm the one who got you to make it. Keep me some tea." So they finally made a little container that kept in the refrigerator for me. But that's what I'm saying. They really are good people. And both the hotels know them pretty good. So they're used to seeing them around. It's and all that, like I said, all the staff is really good. And I'm sure you've already talked to that Joni lady. Be careful, man. she's like an Amazon or something. No, I don't even know how she does what she does. I watched it with the first year I came down. I was amazed. I was sitting there watching her. I'm like, Jesus, woman. And then I went and did something else. So every time now, every year when I first come in, like the first day I'm there, I'll sit around and watch her for a while because she's just, I'm like, "Joni, you gonna sit down?" "No." I said, "You want something to eat, Joni? I'll go get you." Because see, when I didn't know, now I know her, so I can pester her. I said, "You want to go get you something to eat? Sit down, do your stuff. Sit right here. I'm going to get you something to eat. I'll be right back." Because she won't. She'll just run. But she's
yeah. So what was it like then? He brought up Joni. So what was it like when you got the phone call? Was that like, we're like, okay, cool, it's about time, or what was your reaction?
I had kind of forgotten I'd submitted. It was like I just didn't really think about it, and like I submit a lot of stuff. I've been trying to get my stuff out there for a while now, right? And just it was kind of a shock. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
It's it's and I think Joni likes to torture people anyway. So it's she's easier on the illustrators than she is on the authors, though.
Oh yeah.
She likes to call and say, "Oh well, maybe you might have won. I don't know. Oh, let me call you back." And then we could go back. Did I call you? Did I tell you if you won or not? No. Oh shit. Let me find out. I'll call you back in a couple of days. It took. Oh, you know what? You didn't win. Too bad.
She doesn't do that, Joe.
She's tough, man. She is tough. That's why she's one of my favorites. When you talk about Jeremy, I like teasing on John, but no, they're a great group of people. if you can win, and I tell people all the time, you submit. The experience itself is worth the win. Just the entire experience, everything from what you're going to learn to what you're going to see, what you're going to do. And then you're in LA after all. You want to do some shopping. You want to check out Los Angeles. You're there. You want to go swimming in the tar pits that are right up the road. You know,
I love the tar pits, actually. It's one of my favorite
so
places.
that's what I said. Matter of fact, last year, the year before, they did a tour up there.
Yeah.
When
Dan Dos Santos was here, he toured the liberated tar pits, and that was where he got the idea for this book cover. For this volume.
Yeah, look at that. The tusk sticking out.
He's there's all kind of stuff to do around there. Just don't go walking around at night. Jesus. Not because it's not safe, because you'll be high as a kite.
It's because it's not safe. So you shouldn't go walking up by yourself at night.
Well, no. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you should never go in any city by yourself. That's bad. You should always have a friend with you, because people are stupid. That's why. It's LA's cool. It's a nice town. I mean, I wouldn't live there. I don't know how John lives there, but look, I won't even live in the city now, and I'm literally 45 minutes from New Orleans. I'm 4 hours from Atlanta, a couple hours from Pensacola, a couple hours from Miami and Tampa. No. I'll stay right at Tennessee. All kind of cities around here. I'm happy right where I'm at. It's peaceful, people. It's peaceful. You know what, man? For an artist, this would be a great place to live. It's beautiful. It's quiet.
Yeah.
Plus there's land. You can let your kid run around like a man.
I have family from down near Tallahassee, so I know the area sort of.
Yeah. Well, I let my that's my son. I always tell me, if you have grandkids, I'm just going to hook little harnesses on them and put them out in the yard, right? He's like, so yes, no video games in the house. It's because I grew up. A friend of mine asked me that the other day. He said, "Well, they didn't have video games when you were a kid." I said, "No, not until I was like." So just right after I made a teenager, they had this thing called Pong come out, and I said I was playing this gorilla game, probably the predecessor to whatchamacallit, but you could only play it in DOS. There wasn't no Windows yet. We didn't have fancy stuff like Windows. We didn't know what Windows was. I remember Windows first.
I started on DOS.
Did you?
Back in '92 or something like that. Yeah.
When you start on DOS, you understand computers much better than when you don't.
Yeah.
Because a friend of mine the other day was in the registry doing something. He said, "How did you know how to do that?" I said, "Because when I started a computer, I had to use DOS." So y'all don't understand. So y'all don't understand. Going somewhere on the internet, which wasn't really internet back then, but when you wanted to move something, it was like 3 paragraphs worth of typing. It's not like it is today. It's like what? But yeah, it was a learning experience. I did some programming for a while, but that got boring. Or tedious might be a better word for it. I don't know how programmers do what they do. It's one of those things. What's that, Christopher? Where are you at? You're on Pal Talk too? Okay, where you at? San Diego. We were just talking about San Diego just a few minutes ago. What about San Diego? No, I went to boot camp in San Diego. That's where I went to boot camp. Yes. And it was so funny because I remember this. This cracks me up. We have boot camp. It's midsummer in San Diego, and they're talking about how hot it is. And I'm thinking, hot? What are you talking about? It's not hot. And I still remember my command. He's like, "Joe, what are you talking about? It's like you don't feel that humidity." And I started laughing. I said, "Humidity? There's no freaking humidity." I said, "Dude," I said, "I tell you what, when we get out when we're done with boot camp and all, we all get our set duties. You should come down to New Orleans with me, and I'll explain to you what real humidity is about."
Yeah.
I said, "It's when you walk out of your car and you're walking to go in somewhere, and you're already soaking wet before you get in the door." Yep. I said, "That's humidity." I said, because I enjoyed the weather. Like when we're out in LA, it's always chilly out there to me. It's not warm out there. I remember the last 2 Aprils at night, it was pretty cold out there. I had to go get a damn jacket. John lied to me. "It's going to be warm." Yeah, warm. But I will say this, it never rains there. I don't think I've been, like I said, I've been there 20 something times. Not one time was I there when it rained. And when we were in San Diego, we used to drive up all the time. And we never saw rain.
Yeah, you got to get lucky for the rain.
I don't think I've ever seen it rain in California other than on the map or something when I was watching TV. Randy, no, actually, we're waiting on the other guest. Why? What do you got? It's in Los Angeles, yes. Submit to Writers in the Future. Go to writersfuture.com. Click on the link. Go. Open up the link. You fill out the thing. Submit, whether it's artwork or your book, and send Joni chocolate chip cookies.
Joe, you can't influence anybody here. Although we do like chocolate chip cookies.
Yes. I'm just saying, just send us some chocolate chip cookies. You know, it's probably not going to help. It's just no. Send me some chocolate chip cookies. I'll be appreciative. There's nothing I can do for you, mind you, but I'll still be appreciative. It's no. Some lady had asked me. John was on one. This was a year ago, so 2 years ago. She goes, "So what I got to do to get you to insert some influence?" I said, "On what?" She said, "In the contest." I said, "There's nothing you can do." I said, "There's nothing I can do. There's nothing." I said, "You just got to win, boo." "Oh, no, there's got to be a way." I'm like, "No, you just got to win. Just submit something and win." Maybe we'll see her one of these days as a winner. You
Good. That'd be good.
Yeah.
So is Karah in the waiting room?
No, I haven't seen him pop in yet. I'm going to send him the link again. I sent it to him twice, maybe.
Her.
Oh, did I say him? Sir. Sorry,
Yeah.
her. What's that, Michael? No, that's another night. Let me go back over here. Back into the email yet again. Make sure Carmen gave me the right email. That looks right. Michael, no, that's following the show. It's called The Chat. It'll be on in about an hour. Yeah, maybe a little longer, but somewhere right around there. No, you're only allowed to listen to that show if you're already partially insane. It's a rule. Yes, it's not. If you're sane, you should not listen to that show. It could probably do damage to your brain. It's even though we are looking for some hosts for it, by the way. We're always looking for more hosts.
Really? For that show, you already got like half a dozen.
No, one of them got retired forcibly. We're not going to say about who, but anyway. And then I sent it again. And then the one's out on vacation for a couple weeks. Another one's hiding out for some reason. I don't know. I think she offended the law or something. And so, we're down to just 2 right now. So we always like to keep 4 or 5 hosts on there. And since it's a show about nothing, somebody asked me that day, "Well, I'll come host with you, but I don't know anything about politics." I said, "We don't talk about politics that much." I said, "Friday night we do." I said, "But not on Saturday. Saturday night's usually, like last week, it was food porn." Yes, food porn. Do y'all know what food porn is, people? It's not what you think it is. So get your little dirty minds out of it. So we have one of my hosts, who's a very comfortable person who lives in Canada, is a insanely good cook. And so she'll just start cooking all kind of stuff. And then she just starts publishing it to me. She just sends it like picture after picture after picture. We're online. We're on live on air. She sent it to me. I said, "This woman keeps sending me food porn. It's insane. Let me show you." And no, she's an excellent, fabulous cook. So now it's like a food porn section is what it is. And there's no porn involved before anybody gets any ideas in your head. It's just all about food. Lots of food that make you fat as a house. I see our guest just joined us. I'm going to drag her up in just a second. Michael, real quick, before I bring our guest on, you're talking about Halloween. You have to talk to Michelle about it. You're talking about the party, right? Yeah, you have to talk to her about it. I don't do that anymore. That's entirely up to that's up to her, and a couple of hosts sponsored now. No, I used to do it, but they like to do it, so let them do it. Yeah, it sounds better than me. Hello.
Howdy.
Hello, Karah. Is it Karah or Karah, or how do you pronounce it?
It's Karah.
Karah. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, because
this is the fellow winner. So he was in quarter 1 and you're quarter 2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Carmen texted me and confirmed, yes, Roddy was quarter 1.
It's nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too.
So are you a nervous wreck yet?
Oh yeah.
Don't be. It's nothing to be nervous about. It's I'll tell you what.
With Joe there, it is a lot to be nervous about.
No, I'm the sweetest one there. But anyway, it's you're going to have a great time. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a little nerve wracking, but it's a little nerve wracking, but it's a lot of fun.
Have you been on radio or TV before?
Kind of, just for school stuff.
School.
Okay.
Yeah. Besides, there's only like 40 people listen to this show, so don't even worry about it. It's maybe 45. I lost count. but it does go out to like 165 countries, I believe. So
It's up to 165 now. Yeah.
Yeah,
There are about 4
somewhere
million people listening right now to you, Karah.
somewhere
awesome.
around
Karah, yes.
there. Yes. Well, and you got probably, I can't see it from here, but probably 10, 15,000 people watching you on Roku television. It's and we just added Amazon this week, Fire Stick. So we'll see how that does. I can't tell you what it is, but we'll see how it does. Hey, hey, everybody. So, if you got websites or anything, you can always send them to us because we can always put them up when we're going through doing the shows and stuff like that. It's
so, like I started off with Roddy. So the art.
wait, hold on. Let me put you on full screen here.
Okay, here we go. So Karah. So she had the 3 pieces of art that she won with. Can you describe this one?
So that was one that I did for my AP assignment at school. It was
What's AP?
AP, oh gosh, it's something about like an achievement. I'm sorry, I haven't really looked into that too much, but it's like a extra class you can take for college credit.
Okay.
And this piece was basically just a knight fighting a little princess. A lot of backstory with storytelling visually. So.
Okay. And then we had.
So this one I did 2 years ago, also for school, which was a Lord of the Rings, like the Hobbit piece with Thorin Oakenshield. I did a watercolor map and oil painting over it and used like colored pencils and pens to fill in everything else.
So this was in high school or college?
High school.
That's crazy good. My word.
That's what I used to look like before all my hair fell out.
And then this one here, these are all your friends in high school or something?
This had some friends that I knew, and it had some strangers, because it was also an AP assignment, so it was just about my prosopagnosia, whole theme about it. And
Your what? Prosopagnosia?
Prosopagnosia. It's a face blindness. I can't recognize faces, and so I paint and draw them, and this whole piece was about not being able to tell which ones were my friends and which ones I didn't know, but I compared their personalities to butterflies because they're very different. So
wow, that's pretty cool.
It was a lot of fun.
So how old are you?
I just turned 18.
Wow, you're crazy good.
Thank you.
So so are you still in high school or are you now in college?
I just barely graduated, but I'm working right now. So
what's your career direction you're going for?
It's been this year has been mostly experimenting. I've done mural work and commissions and a lot of like cleaning work, honestly. I've been applying for like substitute jobs, just kind of experimenting with where I want to go, trying to find a direction.
But sticking with art?
So far, yeah.
Well, hopefully when you come, like, how many times did you enter the contest before winning?
This is my second time.
Okay, so both of you guys, Roddy had the same thing too.
Oh, sweet.
You're both snooty artists here. Okay, good. So then, so as winning, so how did you find out about the contest?
I was kind of like not sure if I could pay for college, and so I was looking for, I'm going to be honest, I was looking for scholarship money.
Sure.
But then the second year I did it, I was already just kind of like, this is cool enough. I don't care about the cash at this point. And it's been pretty awesome.
Yeah. So have you met any of your fellow winners, or do you know any of the judges?
I haven't met the winners yet. I think it was Joni that I've talked to a bunch.
Yeah.
And then I think her and Carmen, I believe his name is.
Yeah, Carmen is the one that booked you on this thing here.
Yeah.
Have you?
He's the Jolly Green Giant, by the way.
What's that?
He's the Jolly Green Giant. I say he's the Jolly Green Giant.
He's super helpful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have either of you, Roddy or Karah, gone to conventions, either art shows, like that, to see that world?
A little bit this year, yeah. It's been a lot of fun.
Have you, Roddy?
Yeah, I was at WorldCon a month ago. Just like the
Oh,
big
good.
sci-fi
Yeah.
con in Seattle.
It's just down the street from you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. So then, Karah, so now it sounds like you do several formats. So how did you learn your art?
I was really bored as a kid, and I would draw people because I couldn't tell what they looked like in general. So I would just try to memorize the features on their face. And from there, it became a hobby until last year, one of my teachers was like super pushy and being like, do art, you're good at it. And so here I am.
Well, you say pushy. It could also be conferred as supportive.
Oh, yeah, very supportive. Yeah, it was.
Just a pushy teacher. Well,
she
supportive,
knows
encouraging.
I'm pushy.
Yeah. So then, have you seen any of the other stuff on past awards events or any other stuff at the Writers of the Future site? Have you looked at any of that stuff?
I looked into a lot of last year's stuff. I did a lot of reading and then forgot a bunch of it and read again, but it's been cool.
That's good. So what are you most looking forward to coming out here?
The workshop, 100%.
Yeah. No, it's good. Any particular judge you're looking forward to seeing more than others?
I know a ton of my friends have been super excited about Brendan Sanderson and his illustrators, and so I keep getting a lot of like encouragement to go meet him, or they will. So it's super fun.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So then, because you also have, can you hear there? I've got about 100 motorcycles. I'm right here, right behind me is Hollywood Boulevard.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
You know, the Chinese theater is that way about 100 yards. So right now it's like I'm being inundated with motorcycles. I don't know if you're hearing that or not, but it's really obnoxious. Okay, good. So yeah, we got like Dan Dos Santos, he's one that does a lot of the cover art for Brandon Sanderson. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we'll be able to. I got to work on twisting Larry Elmore's arm to get him to come out again. He's the guy that created all the Dungeons and Dragons and Dragonlance art.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
He's very cool. He's
he knows some stuff and he got some stories, man.
He's a hoot and a half. And then Bob Eggleton, he's won I think 13 Hugos and 12 Chesleys. He's an amazing artist. Brittany Jackson, she's got 3 New York Times best-selling books that she illustrated. She illustrated the one of on Michelle Obama, the book Parker Looks Up, that came out a couple years ago. That was her book, and she's done multiple ones, and she's been featured with her own line of products at Costco or one of the big chains, box store chains. But anyway, so we got these people, and they just love working with the future thems, you know, because now we're in year 42 right now, and a lot of the big talent you see right now in illustration and in writing got their start or was part of their beginning of their career was the contest, because that's 4 decades now. You know, it's like Brandon Sanderson, you mentioned him. That was at the very beginning of his career. That was how he got his start, you know, getting an honorable mention in Writers of the Future. Or Joe, your real self is showing out. Can you please put on the fake you? You're gonna scare Karah. Don't do that.
I'm still trying to figure out why I did that. I'm like, okay. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. That's going on. It's there we go. I'll put the good picture up. There we go. Let's see. That's what I really look like there.
Yeah, there we go.
But there, see, I got my lights here. I'm thinking about sending one of these to Emily. So while she's working this year, I can just sneak up and attack her ass and say,
I've actually got a Star Wars shirt on right now. Darth
there
Vader.
you go. See, you rock. It's his wife is one of the nicest people I know. She's a sweetie pie, but I give her like 5 tons of stuff. Literally, she's one of these days she's gonna knock me out, but she's hard work. That's one thing you can learn about these people when you get out there is they are all very, very, very hard working. See, I'm the lazy one. I just get to sit around and watch everything. But these
until
people,
Sarah sees him.
Oh, Jesus. Sarah or Mitch. Mitch sees me too. He wants to put me to work. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to start hiding out. See, there's so many events you want to attend. There's so much stuff like what's it? The reveals now early, right? So what, Monday?
Yes, it's after
Tuesday?
the first day, so that you meet the writers earlier on, so we don't have to keep on covering up the book and taping it shut and stuff like that.
They used to tease everybody with this reveal. It was like middle of the week or something. I think it was Thursday actually, and so watching the authors meet the illustrators it's amazing in itself. It really is.
It's one of the best events, yeah.
And it amazes me that all the authors seem to find their picture for their book. I'm like, it's pretty good so far. I've been to 6, 7 altogether with the double, but so far everybody seemed to found their illustrator.
Everybody finds it, and so you'll be assigned. Joni will be assigning the story to each of you to illustrate, and then you'll be working with Echo, who's the coordinating judge, to get the final art done. And then that's what gets judged by all the judges for the grand prize winner. But on that, like Joe was saying, after the first full day, we have we will set up all the art on easels, and you artists will be standing around the side of the room. The writers are all outside in the hallway. Once it's all set up, we open the doors and they walk in. And you guys are quiet, and they go in and they find their art. And as soon as they find it, as they stand next to it, then you come up and introduce yourself. And it's one of the most emotional events, because you as an artist are totally like, oh my God, what if they don't recognize my art? What about this? What about that? And, all this stuff here is totally, I'll be the first person to ever where they don't recognize my art. And it's like, they're thinking like, what were you thinking when you painted this? And all this stuff that's going on in your head. And then they, on the other hand, are equally as concerned, like, oh man, I wouldn't even know how to figure out what to paint on my story. I was like, you would have to take a genius to be able to come up and illustrate my story. And so they both are equally introverted on their story from whichever perspective. And then when it all comes together, all that emotion finally just releases, and it's like, usually there's a lot of tears or a lot of minimal, just very visible relief. And then you become lifelong friends, and you'll have a writer that's like, I love this. Oh my God. And it's really, what to me is really amazing is I more have a writer sensibility than an illustrator. Between Joe and I, we can have a race as who's the worst at doing stick people.
That's true.
I always assert that I would win as the worst, and he says no, he'd win as the worst.
I can't go on.
Yeah, but we're pretty bad at art. But you see, I can think of stories and descriptions and stuff like that. But the idea of like taking something and illustrating and doing like what you did with this, or what Roddy did with that, I kind of go, wow, it's like, it's crazy. Like, to be able to take that and make something look, I mean, I think you have to work backwards, to make it, you start off and build it out. Whereas when you write, it's the other direction. Mm-hmm. And so I don't, I think in terms of building something with words and description and so when you see these things get together and they all match, it's like, wow. The writers all say, that's exactly what it is. I just, I had one picture, but now I see that, and what you just did is even better. And it's just, it's amazing seeing that. And you're going to have about, one thing you will get used to is cameras. There'll be a lot of cameras, a lot of pictures, and these will be pictures to be able to use for the future, for your, for your portfolios and for your social posts and stuff like that, and interviews, so you can have them on your social feeds. So we know that Roddy does mostly Instagram. How do you get found, Karah?
I only really started a social media account after Illustrators of the Future, because I saw that a lot of people had those.
Yeah.
I mostly have been doing like in-person stuff, so I started an ArtStation and an Instagram account, but okay. I'm not great at maintaining them yet.
All right, if you just started it, that's fine. one of the things we go over is on the Friday after the awards ceremony, we have we're restructuring it because it's kind of like it got so watered down. But Emily and I are going to be doing a workshop on how to promote yourself, and we'll be going over how to do social media and how to do events and those types of things. How to describe your art, how to do interviews and stuff like that, and how to be able to give like your elevator pitches about what you are and describe what you do, and how to talk to somebody who's not savvy in art. Because you can talk to somebody and say, oh yeah, I do, diggly dope and bloopity boop, and they kind of go, what are they talking about? And so you learn how to talk with something that they'll be able to understand. Oh yeah, do you like fantasy art or science fiction art? I don't know. So do you like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings? Oh, Lord of the Rings. Okay, good. Yeah. So, but that's, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just, they're not an artist. They won't know to be able to talk about, I love Picasso because of this period that he did that. And it's like, Picasso, what did he do? Who's Picasso? And so as an artist, you're going to know these different things, but someone who's a show host isn't going to know that necessarily. And to assume that they do, or to talk as if they did know, they're going to be done with you in a minute. But if you really talk their reality and what they're doing, you'll be able to turn an interview on news to 2 or 3 minutes, which is be a really good interview. Maybe we drill on that type of stuff.
And don't be scared when you're talking to somebody, radio, TV, it doesn't really matter. And you're being bullshitted. You can challenge them on it. Yeah. Most hosts will actually like the fact that you did. Every now and then you might get a grumpy one, but most of them will, because, and I'm guilty of this myself. I'm not going to lie to you. There's been times when, did you read my book? Oh yeah, I read your book. No. I did not read your book. I'm lying to you, but and I've told this, especially to authors. I've told them this many times. So don't be scared. I said, well, how did you like such and such in the book? He can say where he wants because the guy never read the books. Just make some stuff up. And of course, you're busted. I just think it's funny, but it's and it helps to relax you too. It's always good to be relaxed when you do interviews. And you're gonna find that most people, especially podcasters, most podcasters are just pretty laid back people who are enjoying what they're doing. They're trying to make a little money and help other people to get out there as well. Where it gets dangerous is when you get into real radio and FM. FM sometimes likes to use things to make fun of people. So they might find a particular piece of artwork you did that they think is particularly funny and decide to invite you on and torture your ass with it.
And that's mostly Morning Drive that gets into that too. I found
it is
Morning Drive to be the
true.
worst.
Yeah, they are really the worst. And then some people you'll find just want to help out or invite you on. But look, I tell people all the time, there's lots of shows like this, and lots of Facebook and lots of Instagram and X and just tons of this stuff out there. Don't be scared to put yourself out there, because you never know what's going to. Just as something Tom Wood was telling me when I very first met him. So I think he got famous for a Phoenix picture. One of the ones you see on the black paper that you see it like in the old days. It was called Kmart. It'd be like in a little rack rolled up. So he did one of those and gave it to Kmart. And Kmart, you know how many sold the very first in outing? 2 million. And even back then, it was like $11.99 a poster. So in today's world, when you're on the internet, when you've got 500 fingers into the internet, you never know which one of those threads somebody's going to grab hold to, and it's just going to viral its little self out there. Yeah. And before you've known, you've sold quite a lot of work, and you're just trying to sit in there thinking, and how I'm going to fill these orders now, because I'm in deep trouble here. It's a good kind of trouble to be into, but still, it does help a lot.
Yeah, and one thing that's good about both of you as artists is that on the internet, art presents itself much better than a story. So, and that's why they'll use the cover art to be able to present the story, so that you're the creator of the art. That you've got whatever you do on Instagram or any other pages you go to, people, when they start looking, they'll find you out. And that's how Brittany Jackson got her break, was editors were looking through social media pages and found her art, and like, I like that. And so then I reached out to her. That's how she got some of her different jobs, by doing that. And she's very civil on her posts. She doesn't get into being very radical either way, right or left. She's about her art. And that's something we will definitely go over quite a bit too, just on when you do your social media stuff. As soon as you get in there and take a side, you've immediately isolated 50% of a potential audience. So as soon as you say, Jimmy Kimmel was BS that he got fired, and someone else goes, man, he deserved what took him so long to fire him? So as soon as you take one of those stances, boom, you just lost 50% of your people. Regardless of what you think, it's totally fine. But on your social media is forever. So when you go in and start taking a side and getting very political or religious or contentious, then you're going to immediately disenfranchise a good portion of your potential audience or customers.
Or at least wait until you get the money of J.K. Rowling, and then get out there. Then it doesn't really matter. What's the
look what happened to Stephen King? Look what happened to him.
He's in trouble. But J.K. cost J.K.
serious trouble right now.
When she came out, I think she said it cost her $750 million in profits. Now, don't get me wrong, one was already worth like $2 billion. So I don't think it's like that big of a deal.
Yeah, for her, she's not changing her opinion on stuff.
Yeah,
but Stephen King was like totally. I mean, he's been rabid for a long time, super ultra liberal.
Yeah,
this time here, after he made his comment after Charlie Kirk was killed, it's just like it cost him big time, and he had the lowest opening of his movie in any of his movies in history, and no bueno, so
I'm still getting griped at because I said I wanted to debate the guy, and they were like, Joe, I'm like, that's what I do. I go out and debate people. I mean, I would have loved to debate the guy. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm still getting emails about it. I didn't even say anything nice or mean or anything in between. I just said I wanted to have debated the guy. That's all I said. And I'm like, okay. He's a little touchy right now. So I'm just kind of like, well, we'll just leave it alone. I mean, on this network, because I do own the network, it is, we don't tell our hosts what they can say and not say. And we have a lot of variety of the show. So, if they get themselves into a spot where, well, you done said something that got you sued, well, you fired. But other than that, they can say what they. Politically, it doesn't matter. Religious, it doesn't matter. When I first got into radio 30 years ago, I decided that I would prefer people not follow in my political views or religious views or spiritual views, or at least not many of them, because how many people actually out there might think what I do. I wanted to represent it. So some of my best friends on the network are very, very, very liberal. Some are very conservative. I'm a centrist, so I call myself an equal opportunity hater because I can hate on both sides, buddy. And I can do it good too. Let me tell you, I'm good at it. But anyway, enough about all of that. So when you're out there, don't forget. So now, man, they took the pizza joint out. I'm still upset about the pizza place, man. But anyway.
Well, Joe, I'm trying to keep up with you, but you lost me.
The little pizza joint. You remember the little pizza joint next to Lowe's? The Lowe's Hotel?
Okay, good. Yeah.
Like Kevin J.
Equal opportunity hater to pizza, kind of like you lost me there.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just got to thinking about that California pizza place. That place was good. They had good pizza there.
Okay, good.
It's good pizza there and good tomato soup if you like that kind of stuff. But
okay, good.
I'm just trying to help them out. They're going to eat while they're there. Look, they both kind of skinny.
Okay, now we're being equal opportunity lovers. We've got Karah and we got Roddy that we're able to celebrate their creativity.
It's where did that come from? Oh, sorry, somebody's spamming me from Pal Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we do have the Pal Talk chat room. Whoever just texted me that you can use it, or you can jump on any of the YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, X, or Twitter things. Well, I think you can even use the Winamp system if you want to use it. That's entirely up to y'all. I know a lot of y'all watch us, but a lot more of y'all listen to us on radio. So wherever you are in our blended, and to the people in North Korea, welcome. It's weird that we have a growing audience in North Korea. I'm beginning to wonder what's going on over there. It's they only listen to like 5 shows in the network, but this just happens to be one of them.
That's cool.
I think they're trying to figure out a way they can win and get over you. Maybe ask for a filer or something. Oh, Kim, I won. Can we go, please, please, please? Oh man, I don't know. It is weird though, because for years and years and years, I'd never seen them on there. I figured we never would, but all of a sudden one day there was one. I was like, wow, one, okay. I think it's 21 or 22 now.
Wow, that's definitely grown.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird.
So, Karah, just one thing. It's been maybe 10 years now, or maybe not that long ago. Our grand prize winner was colorblind. And so he would create his art. He learned all the Pantone numbers.
Oh.
And so he would work out his colors by using a Pantone color scale to be able to put it together. And it was amazing. He's in Phoenix. I think he's still there. Just, some people get so caught up in all the reasons why they can't do something. And, like with what you did there, I mean, that's brilliant what you did. You just put the butterflies in front of it. It's like, wow, how super cool is that? What you did there to do that. So, the whole thing with creativity is a wonderful thing, and seeing these different things. And I'm seeing it more and more with the art and with stories. I see it all the time. Like, how'd they think that? That's amazing. And the way you described that, I said, what are all these butterflies? And you said, oh, when you explained it, it's like, that is so cool how you did that and what's doing there. So that's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's nice, but see that Echo girl, she is not. She will map you around.
Joe, just stop that.
I'm just trying to warn y'all ahead of time.
The only one you have to be warned about is the guy talking to you right now with the 6 eyes.
She likes that Tai Chi.
That top thing on top. Those aren't sunglasses. Those are covers for his horns.
It's actually for the extra eyes. Let's not worry about that. She's gonna learn Tai Chi now, so y'all gotta watch out. I'm just trying to help y'all out. She's the coordinating judge. She don't play around, man. She is like, somebody told me she bought a whip this year. I'm not sure what that's about, but anyway. No, just
keep Joe at bay. Don't worry.
She is Echo is
protect you from Joe. She's doing.
She is a sweetheart and a half, man. She really is. And she stays busy the whole time she's there too. It's nonstop. I'll see her like late in the evening. She's kind of wore out by the time I bump into her, because they stay busy all day long. I'm just jumping between classes or catching lunches or something, or catching up with John or something like that, or maybe taking a call or something. But the judges just stay going all the time. And if they're not in class, they're usually talking to somebody. So they just like to stay.
You guys both have portfolios?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, they're ready to go, man. They're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm bringing their stuff because one of the periods you're going to have during the workshop, which Karah, you said that's your thing you're most looking forward to, is how to create a portfolio, how to build it, what to do, what goes in, what doesn't go in. How many portfolios do you have? All these different things, which is one of the things that you'll go over, which is really cool. And then you'll see just the creative process of Dan Dos Santos and Bob Eggleton and Larry Elmore and Ciarello in Spain. I don't think he's coming out still, but they're just such amazing artists, and just seeing how they create the stuff and explain their processes is a real super treat. And because they can do it all. When you say, Roddy, okay, I do Photoshop, and then you'll get Craig Ellis saying, so you can do this, this, and this, and I got this tool here, you can do this, and I'm like, whoa, and this is how I came up with this for this Disney movie, or this is how I came up with this for this Disney movie, and then Echo, she's just like, she's a master of pretty much every form of art that exists. So, and she's just amazing. She's able to give direction and guidance in all of it. And Dan Dos Santos, because his story is just amazing. When he went to school, he made his promise to himself he was never going to do a job other than his art, something for his art. He was that was going to be his form of making money. And so when he started, he lived in his parents' basement. He paid the rent for that, and he'd do his budgets and how much he'd have to make to be able to do this. And he would design flyers for whatever and print them and put them on cars, go up and down the street, put them on cars, and do those types of jobs, and gradually work up as that. And we've got the other Tom Wood, same thing. He started in a very, very small town with his school had like 20 students in it, 20 kids in it. And he was like the artist in his school. And he started working. He was always working in art and illustration. He always has been. He hasn't worked any other kind of job. Just he was dedicated. I'm going to make my livelihood art and just really focus on that. And so, Karah, you're going to be able to meet these people and just, I mean, their enthusiasm really rubs off. And, are you going to be 18 when you come out in April?
Yeah, I just turned 18.
Okay, good. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And so when you come out then and talk to them, like you're at the beginning of which will hopefully be an amazing career as an artist, as an illustrator, whatever direction you want to go. And you'll be getting a lot more ideas talking to them because they'll go over, well, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. All these forms of art that exist that they all do, and you're going to find also, both of you, when you get out there, if you have any that you take a liking to, they take a liking to you, they'll help introduce you and put you under their wing and help to move you forward. We had one of our winners back in 20 years ago is Irvin Rodriguez. Super nice guy. Now he does what he does working with, I think, Magic the Gathering. And after he spoke, and I was getting with him to arrange having dinner with him and his wife, everybody lined up behind me to be able to meet with him afterwards because I want to talk to him more. He's got my dream job. I got, it's just like on and on. But we've got all that stuff that is there for you as a winner to be able to help you because he had that when he won 15, 20 years ago. There was a judge that was helping them, giving their encouragement. And now he's just like blossomed as an artist. Brian Hales from Utah will be down speaking. He's got an amazing career during the pandemic. He created a whole thing with his art, sold it, and was able now, with that money, he started his school for mentally, for the kids that have problems with, creating something. So he's got a whole school to help these kids, but he's able to do that, which is what he wants to do, So there's all types of avenues and direction you can get and help from these guys. So it's cool.
For sure, yeah.
So then, have you? So the start that you showed me, then that's a combination of watercolor and oil, or watercolor pencil oil.
Yeah, and pen. So I like to do mixed media occasionally.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, it's amazing. It definitely Joe's a total lover of oils, So when you bring and show some oil, he's going to be extolling your virtues to everybody he talks to. Because he loves oil. You're muted, Joe.
Muted, yeah.
Sorry, guys. I was talking to somebody. I didn't want y'all to have to listen to him. It's no, I'm a big fan of oil. I always have been. It's something about the feel, the touch. It gives it more life. Don't get me wrong. I like all art. I'm not going to lie. I was raised in a family that was just a bunch of art freaks, but it's I personally prefer the feel of it. I also know the amount of work that goes into it, to deal with it. It was funny. I'd met an artist in New Orleans and we were talking, and he's like, God, you know a lot about paint. You're an artist. And I started laughing. I'm like, no, I'm not. He said, man, you know about acrylics and oils and all sorts of stuff and thinners and hardeners. I said, he said, I don't understand. I'm a general contractor. I said, I just use them on a much larger scale.
I love oils. Yes, I paint walls.
But I don't. But when it comes to oil for contracting, no, I hate it because it fades too easy. Because it's on artwork it's different. It's probably not going to get exposed to the sun, but baseboards and doors and stuff a lot of times do. And so lesson is here, use acrylics. There you go. Latex. Put a layer of rubber all over your entire house. There you go. It's
Especially if you're going to have kids.
Yeah, especially if you're going to have kids.
You're going to raise as artists.
Yes, it's going to say, especially if they're going to be artists, because they will go take the crayons and just say, "Let's see what we can draw today."
So how were you with walls, Karah?
With walls?
Yeah.
I'm doing murals right now at a place called the Mumbai House. So I've been experimenting a lot with I've only used acrylic paints, don't worry, but it's been a lot of fun.
Were you ever on your parents' home? Were you ever saw the walls, these white walls, as an amazing panels to show your creativity on?
Not quite, but we did move a lot, so I learned a lot about painting houses, but other than that, I definitely am not a wall drawer, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I do stick stuff on the walls.
Okay, that's fine there.
I envy people who have talent, because, like I said, I can't, stick man, crooked stick man, sort of, kind of, crooked fingers. It's just pathetic looking, is what it is. It's I couldn't even play that hangman game when I was a kid because I couldn't draw the hangman guy right. It was sad.
He never lost. He could never make it hang.
It's just sad. Yeah, just a big gap in his necklace anyway. Enough about that, but still, it's well, it takes talent. I mean, I got a lot of talented people in my family. There's a lot of talented people around me, and a lot of them are really good artists. My aunt, one day, my entire life, one day, she's like 50. She decides, I'm going to be an oil painter. I'm like, really? Are you sure? Really? The woman could paint. Who knew? She just took the paint. I said, did you take some? No, just watching. So I was just watching people on TV. I'm like, okay, really? And she's just painting away. She got stuff selling for $2,000 and $3,000. I'm like, all right, if that's what you said. Two of my nieces went off to go be commercial artists. They all happy. I remember my niece calls me. She goes, Joe, I used to gripe because I made $500 a week. She says, they pay me $3,500 a week to draw stuff. She's like, I'm in love. She said, I don't even know how to express myself over this. She said, and that's only because now she's shopped out. In the beginning, I didn't hear from her because she was shopping away. Just every now and then I hear something from her. You heard from her? I said, no. You sure? I said, no. It was last time I heard her, she was going shopping. That was like 6 months ago. I was like, she's still shopping. Like, whatever. But it is crazy because, when you finally find your niche, it's a great thing because, one, it does pay well. And two, it's something you like doing. That's why I stayed in contracting for so long. I enjoyed it. Even with bachelor's in sciences and stuff and all kind of degrees from the service, I still really, really like doing contracting. It's the only reason I'm in radio, because I like doing it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's plus I get to torture lots of people. It's not, old days I'd torture 4 or 5. Now I can torture 4 or 5 million. See, it's much funner this way. And if you get stressed, it's a good place to come blow off some steam. It's Jeffrey, you can ask Jay that question on the chat in a little while. Yeah, I'm not going to answer, but you can ask him. Yes. Yeah.
So one thing, Karah, too, you're going to learn, and both you and Roddy, is they go over the business side of art as well, too. Like, how do you make a career as an artist? What to do on finances and what to invest in, how to invest it. So that's something too that is addressed, because you won the contest because you've got the right stuff as an artist, but that doesn't mean that you can make a career as an artist. So they address more than just, here's some more tools as an artist, but this is like, okay, now what do you do? Where are the pitfalls? What do you look for in a contract? What do you stay clear of in terms of an agent? All these things that are important to know, that if you don't, how much do you charge? These are things, because an aspiring artist, you spend 20, 30, 40 hours on a piece of work and say, okay, I'll give you $100 for it. It's just, I'll take it because I'm getting some money. I sold my work. And you'll get cautioned against that type of stuff. And you talk to other winners and they say, well, it's my job. So I do my stuff to begin with. I'm going to charge $50 an hour. So if it took me 10 hours to make that, so it's 50 times 10 is what I'm going to charge for that piece of art. And then, but then how to do stuff on your contracts. So if you do your art and then you make copies of the art and then you turn it to make We have one guy named Bruce Bernizzi, who was a winner 10, 15 years ago. He's very successful now. He creates mats for games, game mats. So he does those things and creates alien, lunar, all kinds of landscapes on it for these games. And so he's got how he does it. So he's got the original art, he's got his prints, and then he's got these mats that he does, and they all have a scale of that he uses for selling. And so now he's got a machine where he makes his money. So that's one of the things that you'll go over as well, how to be able to do that, and really how to be able to confront and tackle being a professional artist. So I mean, Roddy, you got your 6 or 7 year old plus your wife, and you have your family. How do you do this and how to make it go? So how to do that, and then yourself, Karah, at the beginning of a career, where to take it, but also how to do it so you don't narrow yourself down too fast into, okay, I'm doing this type of art, when you've got the ability now to take, like what Echo did. She's got every facet of art. So when the pandemic hit, she just switched gears and could do something else. If she's totally able to juggle different forms of art and to be able to keep, her income lines flowing, because she's got, her family, she's got, her 2 girls, and needs to pay for everything. And so, but she pays for it from her art. And so it's not a 9-to-5 job. It's not, you're not a teacher, where you go and you get your check. As long as you're a teacher, you get your check, and it's going to be every second week. You get your check. As an artist, it doesn't work like that. So how do you do that? How do you get above, water, and know that you're going to be able to do fine with it? And that's what these guys are willing to work with you on, because they themselves have all accomplished that, and that's where they are now in their careers.
Yes.
Which is good.
Guys, I just got through opening up 2 TikTok stores, and so far they're doing decent. I was surprised. A couple of my friends from China was bugging the hell out of me. Oh, you got to open one, Joe. You got to open one. I'm not even on TikTok hardly. Oh, just open the damn store. AI runs it. I'm like, what? Yeah, AI runs it. I'm like, it even handles customer service. Get out of here. Like, yeah. So they sign me. Damn things. It has made money. I was kind of like, wow, look at this. But anyway, the reason I bring it up is because there's lots of places now you can put your stuff up and put it up for sale. And like I said, you just never know what it is that might just catch on. Somebody's, you never know when somebody famous sees a piece of artwork, or just somebody in the right place sees a piece of artwork and posts it somewhere. And next thing you know, wow, you just upscale to a multi-million-dollar house. It doesn't take it. People understand on the internet, it doesn't take all that much to really propel you up there. Most of my friends that are now influencers, I'm gonna be polite because I like influencers, kind of, sort of. Anyway. They're all making 6 to 7 figures, and they're not working real hard. Matter of fact, Raimi, I'm not even sure what it does. And last month he made 7.2 million. It's I'm like, dude, I said, I need a job. I'm coming to work for you, man. And he's like, I'm not. I said, no, whatever you are, I don't care. Whatever, just give me a job. But it's what I'm saying. You just never know what it is. It's like the guy he put out a piece of software, and it made everybody look like they were Bernie, right? It was just $1. It was just $1. That's all it was. Last I heard, he was somewhere around $30-35 million. It's all it is. All he asked for was $1, and all you did, it just took you and turned you like you were sitting right here. All of us would have flame coming out of our head and side of our face. I mean, it's cool, but it's worth $1. But I mean, still, who would have known 35 million? But we all forget the web's worldwide now. It's not just America.
Yeah.
So you never know, something might take off in China or Japan or somewhere else in India, just like some of their stuff takes off here. You just tell people. See, I keep, and this is not for normal people, okay, because I'm insane, but I keep 46 social media pages all the time. All the time.
You are insane.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, I do have help. My station manager manages some of the ones for the station. and then some of the stuff I use for other stuff are managed by other people. But I've learned how to take good friends and put them to work. Hey, guys, I love y'all. Why don't y'all come work this Facebook page for me? It's and honestly, most people like to help out. We have admins like on Pal Talker. We have admins all over the place, and because they want to be part of what's going on, they help out. It doesn't cost you anything. You're going to be a famous artist. They're like, yeah, one day these two are going to be famous. I might get invited to a Hollywood Gala event or something like that. You never know.
Exactly.
That's why I do this. I know y'all are going to be famous one day, so I'm waiting for my invite. I'm waiting for my invite. It's
You're getting one of my early works.
Yeah, a friend of mine asked me
want to
one
buy
time.
something for me?
I'll sell it to you now before it goes way high.
Yeah.
It goes way high. It's
So, Karah, do you have your dress picked out yet?
I do not.
Okay, we had was it 2 weeks ago? We had what's her name? Another winner. We asked her. She said, "Yeah, she's got her dress. She already got with her mom, and they picked out the dress." And
dresses are scary things, man. Thank God I'm a guy. All I got to just wear a tux. I'm good to go. Throw on some cologne, tux. I'm good. I'm out of here. Women have too many choices. I don't know how y'all do that. But I tell you, everybody looks good every year. So far, I haven't seen nobody looking weird or anything.
No.
I do remember one particularly loud one last year, but not dress, mouth. I'm sorry. But other than that, it's
she'll hopefully come back this year because she's great. She's definitely
she's a cheering squad all in herself is what she is.
Yeah, Tremini Sutcliffe. She's there in Utah.
Yeah.
And one of you in Utah? Where in Utah are you?
I'm in Tooele.
Where's that compared to Salt Lake City?
It's like right over the mountain, over on the left.
So are you going to come to Fanex?
Yeah.
Oh, good, because I want to meet you. Emily wants to meet you. Yeah, we've got a huge booth there. We've got a 20 by 20. That Joe's not going to be at this year. So you're going to be able to.
I got to have a place for you to talk at, man.
You've got a place. You had a place.
Somebody got to pay all these bills. It's besides I got a wife, man. She's expensive. I'm sorry.
You're all good. Are you guys going to be there all 3 days?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So we'll be there, and then we'll have you'll meet other illustrator winners, and I think I got to make sure that Brian Hales will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever go to Life, the Universe, and Everything?
To who? What now?
LTV, Life, the Universe, and Everything.
I don't think so.
It's in Provo, and it's for creators, it's for artists and for writers. Just basically it started off right there from BYU, and then it's expanded from there to that now infamous university, UVU, and expanded from there, where they have like 1,400 people there. But there's a whole illustrator track, and then a big writing track for illustrators and artists and writers and established authors and editors and publishers.
I've been a couple of times. It's a fun place to go hang out.
Yeah.
And
but yes, I'm so excited because I know Emily's going to want to meet you as well. There at so I'll make sure I'll get your contact information. I'll get it from our grid so I can put it in there so I can reach out to you so we can schedule time that we're both going to be there when you come by.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
be
maybe
great.
I'll bring Bob this year. Bob said he might want to go with us this year. We're going to bring him with us. He likes to travel, put him in, just get another seat, put him next to me, scale all the people in the airplane real good when he starts talking and stuff. Yes, he talks, his eyes glows. It's really weird. We're in the middle of a show and he'll just be like, Joe, what are you doing? I'm like, shut up, Bob. We're busy. Eyes will start glowing and stuff. You got to turn him around and things. It's weird. It's so y'all gonna be. It's close now. Huh? 7 months, 6 months, 7 months.
Yeah, well, some 7 months that we have, so it'll be in middle of April. So that'll be good. So, and then just based upon this show here too, like hopefully some people are going to go and check you out. So now, because I know we're getting close to the end here. So, Karah, then, so what's your again? What's your Instagram page and What else did you say? You've got Instagram and
ArtStation.
ArtStation. So
What the
it's
hell is an
what?
art station?
I'm not totally sure. I just got
It's
the
more
account.
for the professional artists. It's more for like connecting with like art
That's
directors
cool. I
and
just want to
like
know
that.
because
Yeah.
I may pass it on if it's something good to use.
It's
It
good
is
to
good.
know. There's a lot of
a lot of artists use it.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest social lines for artists to show their stuff.
Well, I'm gonna go
Anyway,
online
so
and say I'm a painter.
So you're just on it. You're not on Facebook. You're on Instagram, and it's Karah.
I need to get a new account probably, but it's just Royal Chili. So,
It's Royal Chili.
I've just avoided using my name. I was like, I'm not going to use my name until I'm 18 because it's weird to me.
Yeah,
But
it's you don't
Okay,
have to
you're
use
18 now, so now you can be Chili Willy.
Yeah, you know, it's not a thing that you have to use. People a lot of times feel more comfortable not using it.
Yeah, that's totally fine. But just realize too that and then you can have two pages. You can have a personal page and a professional page, and Joe goes into that too, where you don't have to do a personal page. You're as a professional, you can make it because you're going to be able for people to see your art. Because if you want to make a career out of it, they got to be able to find you and see what you do to see if that's the kind of art that they need. So, and you can use an avatar. You don't have to use your face, or you can take your face, and then you can do, turn it into an avatar. So
you can cheat too. You can have a public page, and you're not like John said. You don't have to have a picture up there. You can have anything up there. Most artists don't put their face up there. They put a nice piece of art up there. Is what they put up there. Yep. That's what they usually put. Yep. And then what most of them do is say, okay, when I get to know them, I said, this is my email. I have a private Facebook page where we can chat if you want to chat. And if it's somebody you feel comfortable with, because, there's just weird people out there. Let's just be honest about it. And I've had to deal with a few of them over the years, and I'm not as nice as y'all two are. I can guarantee you that, but it's, so, you can cut down the foolishness by doing it that way. And then you get much more genuine conversations, or people that are much more generally, wanting to look at your art or buy your art. It just makes an easier way to connect and get in. And of course, if they give you trouble, you can always go block, and that's the end of that.
Yeah, and that's totally. It's so easy to handle that stuff. Just one question I haven't gotten answered yet. So, Roddy,
yeah,
is that your given name, or is that a nickname?
It is a nickname. My given name is Roderick.
Okay.
Yeah, which is I like the name. I just have never.
It's a great name. It was
yeah.
What was it? The actor Roderick. There was an actor, something like that. But anyway, that's a cool name, Roderick. But I understand how Roddy came about then.
It's just what I use. So yeah.
Yes. Now, before Joe signs it all off, I want to get a picture of everybody here for a screen cap with people smiling. Now, Joe never smiles unless he's thinking something dastardly,
or
saying
chocolate.
something.
Thinking about chocolate, I'm smiling.
Okay, good. So think about chocolate, then, so I can get a screen cap, so I can share this. So here we got our thing there. So there we go. So Joe, go ahead, show some teeth.
I want some chocolate, man.
Okay, I'll get chocolate when you get back. If you come here, I'll have chocolate for you in Salt Lake City at FanX.
Yes, I need. See, that's just dirty, is what that was. That's just dirty.
And I got the smile. Say, I told you guys, that gets the smile.
Oh Lord. It's but yeah, so y'all gonna have a great time when you get there, and I look forward to seeing y'all. I know Coleman's gonna book y'all with the Ford group later on, so that way everybody gets to just chit chat with each other. It's it's just easier that way. Everybody gets to know each other a little better. It's already kind of like somebody when you get there. It's a weird thing, really, is what it is. But it's so far everybody I've met have been great. So I think y'all gonna have a blast. You're gonna learn a lot too.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like one of those things too. It's hard not to, because you got 12 amazingly talented creative illustrators and amazingly talented creative writers coming together, being taught by the top-notch illustrators and writers in the industry. It's like it's really hard not to have anything other than just like an amazing time.
Yeah, how can't that be good, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's y'all gonna have a fabulous time. Plus, you're so busy anyway, you don't really have time to think about anything. It's just kind of like, oh wait, what's going on? Because there's always something going on. Even like they got the barbecue, so I can go hang out at the barbecue.
Just keep describing food.
I like to eat. What can
It's
I
like
say?
dinner time right now.
Yeah, it is actually. She's right, and and I'm from New Orleans anyway. That's all we ever think about around here is food. That's like a thing for us, but we really do have to go. But look forward to y'all seeing y'all again, and I look forward to seeing y'all when we get down there. And I really hope you enjoy it. I mean, LA is a nice place, but the people, regardless what hotel they end up at, both of them are nice hotels. And they're very comfortable, very laid back, good staff. Everybody's very nice. And the differences in them because they're just different. One's a much newer hotel than the other one is, but they're very, one's a little classier and older, one's a little classy and newer, but they're nice hotels either way. So you'll have a good time either way you're at. And it's a lot of fun, Jeffrey. Yes, you should go. I'm not telling you what hotel we're at. You can forget it. No, I'm not telling you. Anyway, leave me alone. We got to go. I want to thank everyone again for listening to United Public Radio. And this is the Author's Quill. I'm Joe. That's John. That's Karah. That's Rodney. I want to see now. I'm wanting to call her Superman's cousin. Now you see, I'm going to have to watch that now. That's in my head. But on that note, good night, everybody. Remember, the chat comes on next. Jay will be opening up tonight. I have no idea what them insane people over there are talking about. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.